you can do the other ones.
True.
Guys know.
Good luck with it. And Tokoyami is got his two super cool symbols that he only has two of.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, so last time I was here, I don't know if this is the same exact deck then, but the last time I was here, it was Chaos Tokoyami. So I'm kind of hoping we maybe see Fire, just for diversity's sake. Like, just trying to see. Yeah, cat alert. Your cat popping up. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep her quiet.
This is a good-looking hand. Whoa. I thought that our hand was kind of nutty from Eraser, from the quick look that I saw. But
it definitely got way worse.
Was it? Oh,
and I think after that, like, we now know it's all Aizawa.
Yeah.
Which is what I would say to be the weaker symbol. So, even compared to Death, right? Void being the stronger one, I think all being the weakest one. So it's very, very cool because, like I said, we're gonna see. So I think the perk of the Staff Strike deck is what's the hardest thing that Aizawa does? It's killing people. And that's kind of why people like the Void package, because it's very incremental, and then having the kick stuff, giving 2/2 to your next thing, drawing a card with Recipro Extend, like that's kind of like what most people are jamming with.
Right.
But on this end, it's like, well, how do you kill people? Well, we just play a bunch of attacks. We're a 7-hander. We have Staff Strike that draws us cards. We have a race to say no to a lot of things that might hurt the deck. Like it's good. Giving 2 speed to all of them is relevant. So it's not a bad deck by any means. I would just say that the all symbol just feels weak, right? I think that you could even make a debate that the all symbol might actually be the weakest symbol in MHA. And it's hard saying that when symbols like evil don't even have like bombs, right?
That's kind of a crazy thing to say.
I genuinely stand behind it. I wouldn't have said it like if I didn't feel that way. But like the all symbol, aside from Staff Strike, like what are you doing?
Yeah, under Eraserhead. I mean, like given all your cool punch moves, what does an all punch deck look like in Eraserhead?
It's just Detroit Smash, right?
Detroit Smash. You just like give it 2 speed. I guess like the all symbol just like doesn't exist as a non-weapon deck.
You give reverse throws 2 speed, like. So
reverse throw doesn't have all. No. That's a good card.
Oh, you're right. Okay. See, I'm already like that's what I'm saying. Like the all symbol doesn't get any of the Midoriya stuff.
Yeah.
Like the all symbol doesn't get any of the Midoriya stuff for the Staff Strike deck either. Like you just have it's just Jiro and Momo. And then there's a few Kirish, or sorry, again, I'm thinking of good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just those 3 characters, right? Momo, Jiro,
Aizawa, and then All Might, yeah.
All Might, yeah, All Might, sorry. But All Might's so different.
Yeah. True.
The only way Aizawa even
not
fits in.
character.
Yeah, I mean, All Might, but
although I will say like, Mighty Punch or whatever that DLC card is, for the like +2 speed.
Oh yeah, because it's already 7
cool,
base. Yeah,
right?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But you can't like make your deck based off of the 1 card.
No, I don't think so.
These enchiladas I'm eating are so cold. They're so
cold.
room temperature.
Talking too much, not eating.
True. Yeah, that is. Honestly, funny enough, the one of the hardest things about streaming actually is like trying to figure out when to eat during like the 8 hours that I'm live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
It's tough. Like how often I'm like I'll get done streaming at like 3 and be like, well, it's time for dinner now.
It's more so like so for me like not that I stream much anymore, but like what I do is like whenever it's that kind of dedicated time, either like a lull in whatever I'm playing, or if I'm like if I'm doing a lot more talking, like whenever you find that space, I like also like I kill the camera, and either can throw up another sort of like infographic kind of thing, or just like make more space for whatever the game that we're playing is. But I normally also do it when you have somebody else that can like fill all the dead air while you're smacking up some foods.
Yeah.
I mean, so it is tough, especially if you stream by yourself. So
Our hand was pretty aggressive, and we have
It is.
decided to just jam some moves.
So the perk here being, we have succeeded the staff strike without having to tap our character, and the staff strike is live. We still have 2 more weapons in our hand, and we're against a 7-hander. So like you can just get there.
Yeah, you can, and we have 2 cards in our hand with the in the typhoon, and so like we do have
a completely block.
We got a
right?
block, right? Like if we have a panic block.
Oh yeah, you can't use it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. It is an emergency button on something that's, but it also means that we're not allowed to block.
Right.
I mean, yeah, call it out, man. Like I think you can kill him.
Wow.
Oof.
Pippa drew like 5 attacks and then proceeded to check 2 on that turn.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It makes you question like ratios, but like I don't think that's probably the issue.
Here's the other thing too. Do you think that maybe if that was going to be the line, do we enhance on the erase to make that a 3-diff instead at any point to make the line better? But I mean, regardless,
5,
right?
It would have failed to check.
I mean, like even if it was like on the first attack, right? Like during the quick race, like if you knew that line was going to be there eventually, because like they started with the binding cloth thing. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's one of those like discussions of like, now that we know that we checked bad, is there a world where if that was eventually going to be the line that we should have done this? And because the thing is, you still have the dead card in hand, right? You can get the erase back,
right?
Like by pitching the Rising Starlet.
Right. Yeah, and Head of Hustle in chat brings up a good question, like how many erases are in the deck, right? I know with some Eraserhead decks I'm playing, I'm only maining 3. And it being a staff strike deck, maybe that is the right call. But like I said at the top of this, I just don't play very much Eraserhead. Do you remember Jeff Hunt?
Yeah,
he's on a Eraserhead right now, under Void, obviously, and has been doing a lot of lab work there.
CJ, my local player, who's kind of been part of like the mainstay local crew here in Kansas City. His competitive character that he's playing right now is Aizawa. And that's actually who he took to the Omaha Smash event as well, and was the highest placed Aizawa in that event. So like, I was proud of him for that and stuff like that. So like it was good. Like I mean, he put up a good showing. He had only recently kind of picked up the deck because he was trying to figure out like what he was going to focus on competitively, and he was doing the whole like Void, and then you have the sideboard Ida, because in some matchups like just siding into Ida and saying you don't get any enhances is really a big deal, right?
For sure.
So like, and I think that's part of why I think a lot of people really like the Void version of the Aizawa deck, because you're already playing the kick package basically, and you can just side into Ida.
Yeah, I agree.
So here we go. We're going. The worst part about all these cards is that I still don't know what symbol we're playing on.
Under.
Oh, we're into chaos. My bad. I found Tokoyami. I found the Denki cards, but the thing is like, it's all the Todoroki cards have both. So you can't just base it off of that.
Yeah, we got the infinite potential in our board as well.
That's true. I didn't look hard enough for that.
It's all good.
Oh, you can tell I haven't drank in a long time. It's getting me.
We're 2 minutes in.
I'm drinking away, dude. Yeah. I gotta keep my throat
hydrated.
My whistle wet.
This is a spooky spot for Eraserhead to be in. Because man, we keep overchecking, and that is a bad thing.
Yeah, I think it's the overchecking. I mean, it's both ways, right? Like Tokoyami only has 3 up. Aizawa's in a much better like health total situation.
I mean, we keep accidentally triple clicking the button as opposed to single clicking. Like we're discarding more cards than we're supposed to and having to put the cards back in our deck and reshuffle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Slow down. It's not a race.
It is not a race. See?
Yeah,
we just double checked again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is a 5 high for 9.
I mean, we don't have a high block. We do have the erase block, which I think is good for the
6,
breaker.
7,
Does the breaker
5,
matter
6,
here?
7. I think the not dying is what we're gonna try and have it happen. Right, this is only gonna be for 5 damage, so now we gotta find 15 somewhere somehow. I think that only really
not
happens
in hand.
if we find another
6, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it is. He has enough. He has enough.
5, 6, 7, 8, and then
so
on
it's
a
4.
9?
So it's 4 plus 6 for 10. You get the 2, and you get 2 on each of them, right? Or it's 14. Oh, I suck.
Well, the question is, how do you pay that last move? Oh, I'd have thrown the throw here 100 times out of 100 times. Just put that man on the clock. Take that Eraserhead. I mean, I would have lost because I checked the 3 there, but
I don't. If you've been paying attention to Tam's YouTube channel too, like one of the matches that we kind of showcased beforehand is like, and the thing, and what I want to bring up here for it is the zero gravity lift, right? So it's not about just playing the zero gravity lift and dealing the damage, but it's getting it in your momentum to set up your strings. Because the last time that we saw Chaos Tokoyami, it was just like it was playing against, I don't remember exactly what deck it was. I think it was the Shoji list or something, but it was under life, and it was just, you had the option to wall cling here to not give you the first one. I get it. It's only 3 damage, but it's the effect of gravity or zero gravity lift. Being able to help them clear their card pool and let things cycle is exactly what Tokoyami wants to play longer strings. So like enabling that first one really kind of set up the rest of the game for that character. So in this kind of scenario, it's the other way around, right? Does playing that zero gravity lift as Tokoyami, getting it in your momentum to enable your future turns, is that what we should have gone for? Granted, they built the charged up so we can get there.
Yeah. Maybe that was a line that they were thinking.
The safer play was definitely the one that they chose to do, which is building the charged up, keep the throw, which we can trigger the charged up on.
Especially with and I'm gonna look in Pippa's Discord pile. We have we hit with a staff strike already. We have one staff strike in yard. We have to like look at their deck and be like, in your 31 cards that you have access to, with your hand plus the 26 in deck, did you find another staff strike? Right, because I mean that's the other call out that we have. We're at 11 health. They all have -1 damage, and so it's like you have to play 3 moves and me not block any of them. I've got in the Typhoon to auto block once. You got to find 4 moves, and you've drawn so hot. You've drawn so much orange.
Yeah.
The first 2 turns of the game. Do you still have the gas, right, or do you need to cycle?
I don't even know if it's just. Hold on, I've got to fix this. It wasn't stacked. I mean, what? So there's 6 attacks in the yard.
So we can see 9, 10 attacks right now, right? So that's essentially half the deck. The question is where's the other half?
Yeah, because from us, we see they're not in hand, right? So the Unwavering will get one here. If you notice, too, so like on the capture net, they used the start with the basics because, like, even if you check hot on this thing, you can just re-ready it and get the stats. It's also like the play if you would have led with the Unwavering Slash. So, like, they do the same thing, essentially. So, yeah, we built in the asset by discarding itself, which is amazing because that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's going to redraw you the card anyway.
It gets so fast. So,
yeah,
it's 6 mid for 4. 6 mid for 3 with the bird.
Yeah, and the thing is too is like if we find something nice in the top of our discard pile, you can build it in and Rising Starlit it down, right? It's always an option in some.
Lethal? Oh, we found it.
Oh, what?
We found it.
Oh, we drew. Oh, yeah. So here's the thing, right? So now we enhance quick creation, right?
Yeah.
Like 100% at a time. Make this lethal. Tokoyami has to block it. Now here's the play though, right? Is they've got the Ice Storm, which means this.
We can't block it though, right? Because it's a 7 mid, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can't block it.
Oh, okay. So we're into Typhooning. So it's remove and 2 cards, right?
Yeah.
So the two foundations, obviously. So it's going to be considered completely blocked. I think you still quick creation here, right? You don't want. I mean,
Sure, I'll just send it and
Okay, I guess not. It's better to build the foundation from hand. I think that's fine.
I actually don't think you do that. I think you just jam the attack.
No, I think you do the combo.
If you check a 3, right? If you check a 3 here, then if you check a 3 right now, your turn's over. It's over. If you checked a 3 on the previous one, then you just give it the 2 speed from Eraserhead after tapping everything out. Oh, I guess you don't get the 2 speed. You don't get the 2 speed.
No. So even if you check a 3, right? It's on a 9. You check 3. You tap 6. 1, 2, 3.
We only had 5 up.
Only had 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was certainly a risky play, but it is certainly paying off.
Well, so and the other perk here too is it's awkward now. I don't think that's. I actually think you pitch the foundation.
Or -1 damage. Sorry.
What would you seal?
No. You pitch the foundation for Aizawa Enhance, pick up the erase, but it puts the foundation on top of your discard pile for you to use for quick creation, so you can draw 2 cards on the staff strike instead of the 1 you're fishing with.
That is kind of nutty. I like that. I like that.
And Plus Ultra is a card now. Any mid attack can just be blocked, and so you should always assume that this isn't going to be lethal, right? There's 3 up, the 2 speed is there, but having quick creation built and we're just not using it for its potential. The point is on the staff strikes, you use the quick creations to shove the cards in, and it doesn't matter about how many foundations are in your card pool because the next 2 weapons ignore.
Let's check a 5.
What a stellar point. What a great point.
I think that's a misplay.
We will see if the next card that they check is an attack.
It's already they already blocked it.
Yeah.
So but they have no more orange now because they didn't even give themselves a chance to draw the extra card.
Very true.
And I think that's the biggest point there. And now Aizawa is just super open for a super big backswing.
Oh, we were also supposed to powerful that to get it to lethal on half, but we didn't do that either. I think that was also a play.
Yeah. So 14, 2 attacks in hand. Doesn't look like lethal. I mean, hold on. I mean, Ruin always gets me because Ruin just does a ton of damage, right? So
I think the biggest thing here is with our 3 cards, I think we have to erase Tokoyami every single time, and force him to have raw dog the attack.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Or sorry, the action.
Yeah.
But you don't have that one. Sorry, man.
I think it's also too. You have to think even using that response there to see or to not let them use Tokoyami is now Mediator is live, which means we actually can block something this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can also get the random draw. We have a mid block and a high block in hand. We have -3 speed on board. Again, this is probably not the one you block, but
yeah, I don't think we block this one because it's not going to get any stats, right? It's just 6. And if we block it, put a card in our card pool, essentially it's +1 speed to the rest of Tokoyami's.
Yeah.
As a 7-hand size character, we have to assume that. I mean, you have to assume there's 3 attacks coming this turn.
Yeah, exactly. And at 14 life, if one of them is a Ruin, which we haven't seen a Ruin played yet, the Ruin is over half of what you have left.
Whoa, that block was crazy.
It's an interesting block, right? I think it's actually pretty fair. I think blocking with the erase for the breaker one matters. Because you're assuming there's 3 attacks coming, and 11 means the next attack doesn't kill you.
But
it's back to the point you made. Now we don't have the erase for the response.
Charged up here? Yeah, we charged up here.
There we go.
Get a meteor shower.
Yeah, for sure.
That was definitely looking at the discard pile.
Yeah, so now it's about the breaker, right? Because we have 4 cards up. Again, like I just said, so we don't have the erase.
On a 6, we check a 4.
Yeah.
5, 6. We don't have the erase now. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, so that's the hard part, right? Is that we don't have the erase. They're gonna be able to Tokoyami enhance. We're gonna get +3 to the check for the meteor shower. They don't have another one, which means that even if they get another meteor shower during the first meteor shower, I don't think we're passing it, obviously. But this is still going to be what? I mean, what's the base? It's 5 base, right? But it gets the 5, 8, 9, 10. This is going to be for 10.
-3 speed and then draw 1 since I've played in action. Sure.
Yeah, I think Eraserhead actually does get out of this.
This attack. So yeah, you're right. They do live, right? Because I don't think Tokoyami can play 2 Meteor Showers. Two Meteor Showers wins the game, but one does not.
We've got we've got not only Erase if we need to, but we've also got Quick Create for another -2 damage as that last.
Yeah,
like we're at 13 health.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think because we can't play 2 Meteor Showers, I don't think it's going to be enough. So now it just kind of feels like, why are we still going for this?
I'm not positive. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. I mean, we check a 3. We check a 3. It fails. Maybe that's what we're thinking
they are concerned. They are concerned of like.
I think your logic is correct. I just want to be sure.
Oh, okay. They're asking the question of, can you still use the enhance because it has -4 speed? But they just need to be told that because it has received a speed and damage bonus from the 1/1, that it is a playable enhance.
All right. So, just verifying because I just unmuted you halfway through that. It still works, right? Like,
yeah, it does still work. So because the enhance says if this attack has received a speed and damage bonus, it has received one. Even though it's still a negative speed, it received a +1/+1, which means the effect is still live.
So, all right, good. Just wanted to double check. Yeah, you're good. All right, thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah. That's so your enhancer is Summon Dark Shadow.
Yeah. So the other question here is, when do we stop?
Sure,
I almost wonder if we should have stopped before playing the Ruin.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. See, because like now it's getting worse, right? Because like building that release would have been really important. Oh, we have another one. I'm lame. Definitely don't need to build 2.
I
This is pretty. Wow.
I think this is officially a bad move, right? I think if they checked a 3 on that block, failed it, and gone down to 1, I think you push this high attack for the lethal, right? And so I think putting quote unquote everything into that and like playing to the out of he's gotta, if he checks a 3, if they check a 3 they lose is like the play. But I think officially this is not the right
if they check
call.
a 3, it still passes though, right? It was a 0 high. And the block's on a 4.
Was it a
Tap
0
Aizawa? Yeah, it had -4 speed.
Okay.
Because it got -2 from Eraserhead, and it had the -3 from Mediator.
I missed the -2 from Eraserhead. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like it was impossible to fail. It's the given difference if Eraserhead is sealed or not. Wow, and still half block this with a breaker 1. Yeah, now it's like doomsday now, right? Because like now we're not even building a foundation after this.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Checked. It's under chaos. We cannot pass it. It is impossible.
It's impossible, right? Like with the breaker 1 there too. Like
this is on a.
But the thing is like
hold on. This card doesn't count. If we checked a 6, we won. If we checked a 6, we won.
What 6 checks does chaos have?
That doesn't. None.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
So,
that doesn't sound like a rival deck symbol.
Maybe one day.
The one of Tokoyami in the deck, right?
Right. Yes. The buddy blocks. Yo, imagine though if Summon Dark Shadow checked a 6.
No. It's the main boarded Todoroki buddy block. And then you sideboard into it because it's in your main deck rule.
You're crazy. You just make it. You just make it Ochako, so that like she
both.
commits herself.
Why not both?
Hey, good point. Hey, handshakes across the aisle.
I don't actually know how I feel about the Frigid Heatwave range package in Ochako.
I mean, it's fine. Hey, you know it'd be sick if we like draw 2 off of the
man.
Show it our momentum, pick it back up, and play it again. That sounds right.
In my head, I'm thinking, man, I've only got 5 ranged attacks in my discard pile for my Frigid Heatwave in my hand. I know. I'll play this I'll play this other ranged attack give it in my momentum, pick it up, play it again,
Right.
and then we'll do it next turn.
Right.
Because we don't have enough. Or we check them, right, while you're doing it.
Yeah, this is a very angry hand from Eraserhead. The question is,
that's
can
a lot
we
of that's a
play
lot of
them
orange
all?
cards.
And the answer is yes. Yes,
No,
obviously.
not all of them.
Though,
Not
enough
without
to be relevant.
another. Not without another staff strike. But I like the play of going foundation staff strike because we're going to optimize the drawing.
Oh, you know what? Hey, thinking back on that turn, I think what we were doing on the previous turn for Tokoyami, if we would have checked the 3 on the erase block, we would have killed. Because then we only needed to check a 5. Right? Because the card doesn't count as progressive? The action doesn't?
Well, wait, I mean...
4, 5, 6, 7. We had 2 foundations.
I guess...
5, 6, 7.
Well,
that'd have been lethal?
-1 damage with the bird.
I just feel like it was... Yeah. I mean, he would have been at less than 7 anyway, so you don't even need it.
True.
I guess in my head, I still didn't think it was lethal, right? Like... Or, I mean, sorry. I knew it was lethal if you could play both Meteor Showers. I guess I just don't know how he got to the curve to play both.
Yeah, it was quite a long line and just not calculating breaker. That's really all it is. And there it is. All right, game 1 goes to Eraserhead.
Too fast, he said.
Who opened up a lot of attacks and really had to climb back up the struggle bus to kind of get back in that game.
Well, I think that's exactly what we were kind of saying, right? Like, is Aizawa struggles to kill people. And so the staff strike version of the deck is you just kill them by playing a bunch of attacks. And in that situation, like, yeah, they drew all the attacks they needed to. And staff strike enables you to play them on a better curve. It's just a very real curve, right? Because you have to slam the staff strike on an 8, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so if you have a bad build turn, or if, like, you just don't get where you need to go and you've tapped all your cards, then like Tokoyami just backswings you. And Tokoyami is probably one of the best backswinging characters.
Right.
Because how much raw damage they have. Yo, look at that hand, though. Oh, my gosh. That is a dream.
It is pretty good. I'm nervous about the double assets, but I think if you just, like, hold them and just, like, you build your 4, pray you don't have to block, and then build your 2 assets and, like, another foundation.
You build your 5, my dude.
Oh, we're going to draw 1?
Yeah.
I guess that's a fine play, too, because of Unwavering Slash.
Yeah, review 1. Review 1. You don't even build the asset here. Don't build the asset. Like, you just keep it. And then it's either a block, or on your next turn, you like, for the staff strike that you just ripped into,
Why is game hard?
You Rising Starlit it down during the turn, right? Like,
how important do you think that holding a high block is versus this Tokoyami deck, right? Like, we've seen Ruin, which is nuts. We've seen Meteor Shower. We've seen the Throw. We've seen Frigid Heatwave. Like, this list is, like, all highs. And it looks like we're going into Tokoyami's turn 2
without
4
any of
foundations
them.
without a high block. I probably would have personally prioritized the asset over the one of the high blocks.
It's actually, for me, like, I actually think so. Late Riser, I played all staff strike in Jiro and Momo before I played good, before I had the rival decks, right? Because without the rival decks, you don't have the Midoriya stuff, and you're only missing out on the Kirishima foundations, really, which matter. But what I think is more interesting is that we opted to build both late risers instead of the weapon foundation, because for exactly the point you just said, we don't have a high block, and that says in a rough case, like in a rough scenario, we can fish for one.
Right.
And then, like, yeah, late riser has a terrible block, but that's the card you're discarding to get the erase in your hand, no matter what. Like, there's no way.
4, 5. I'll take 3.
So I think it works out. So we have the breaker 1 here.
The other reason not to build the prepare for battle is, I mean, it's a weapon foundation, right? So like we can just like attempt to pop off next turn with the staff strike weapon foundation in our hand.
But I think that's what the play is when you hold on to the quick creation. Like you're gonna draw another great card. You would rather it be you go into quick creation, any foundation, staff strike.
Oh, fair point.
Because then on the staff strike, you can Rising Starlet down the quick creation, enhance quick creation to build or to add in the foundation that you hopefully check, to then instead have 2 foundations in the card pool to draw 2 cards off a staff strike.
I mean, the late riser also is like enhance negate Tokoyami as well, right? As long as like if it's committed, we're going for it. Ooh, nutty. What do you commit?
You keep a Starlet for sure, but I just don't think late riser. After having played late riser, yes, it does counteract Tokoyami's plus or the -1 with the +1. Yeah, I would say Destin is probably the weakest card. It's just a YOLO.
Okay. I'm gonna mill 5 and try and pick up a summon.
Hopefully we whiff.
Still no.
Have we not seen one?
Still no action.
We haven't seen
Crazy.
one. Wow, that's pretty big. That means we have to actually block with these attack cards in our hand this turn.
19 cards deep. 19, 20, 21, 22 with our hand.
More than that, yeah.
31 cards into our deck. We have not seen a single one of our 4 of action. Crazy. We drew 2.
Oh my gosh, what a draw.
We drew 2. Wowzers.
Like that's honestly probably the setup. Like you're not killing them this turn, but the fact they have double quick creation in the discard pile, you're like the 2 weapons you should be playing after the staff strike are both of those unwavering slashes.
We just flip and build our commit drawdown, right? Just to have an extra
just
foundation.
Just have the extra foundation. Yeah, absolutely. In case you check 3s on the unwaverings. Because once you pass the first unwavering, like they're 4 diffs, right?
Oh my goodness! And we get to wow. This turn we actually pop off. we pop off so hard.
No, that's what I'm saying. Crazy. Like the fact that it was double unwavering. They only hit for 4.
Just kidding. We don't kill anybody. We refuse to check well.
I mean, it's okay. This is on a 4. He's gonna ready one of those cards.
Oh, I mean, if we had built down the thing, we would have been fine, right? We'd have still had a foundation. We'd have had a Rising Starlet, and so then we discard the weapon foundation in our hand in order to build in the quick create. It's now on top. We use we ready Rising Starlet with whatever to draw a card. We commit the quick create to build in the foundation on top of our deck. We Starlet to build it down. Yeah, like we were popping off even through this check.
Yeah. You would have been like, it's part of how the deck like this is them attacking on their turn 2, and they can still end this turn at 9 or like 9 foundations.
Yeah, crazy.
Because they're gonna build the 2 that they have in the card pool, right? In your scenario as well, like so the Destin will come down with the Rising. You build down another quick creation, right, which is now there, to then add in the other weapon foundation and then build that one down, plus the one that's going to build the start with the basics is going to build the like it's the fact that you're putting in all this pressure, again, forcing Tokoyami to block these attacks in their hand, and you're still building foundations. Like that's the perk of the deck and the weapon package right now. I 100% agree. Again, they're not hitting very hard. This, if you would have done that play right, this would have been a 6 for 6.
How does it -4 damage? What did I miss?
What? -4.
Oh, is this back to back is in our
back.
Oh,
yeah. We have back to back. Yeah, back to back's really good, especially in characters like Aizawa that don't give damage pumps.
Yo, we scouted the 5. I was like, what is going on?
Okay. I'll go -1 damage.
Yep. I'll do the cool eraser head thing for 2 more speed.
Sure. I'll pass.
We ready Starlet?
I
mean, ready Starlet, draw a card.
I don't think it matters. I don't think you enhance Starlet.
Yeah, no. Not at this point. If we were gonna do that, we would have done it right back at the staff strike.
Yeah.
Oh. Pass. It's a 7 mid 3.
We're on the board.
Yeah, I think you just pass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we could have played the low on a 6. What lows does this deck play? I don't think any.
For Tokoyami?
Yeah.
Ice Storm, but you can't. Ice Storm.
I don't think we're allowed to. I don't think we're allowed to like prep for Ice Storm blocks, right? That'll be so late in the turn that I don't think we can block.
Unwavering, I needed to ready this, build this in for my card pool, so I could sculpt the top of my discard, and then.
Hell yeah, Pippa after the fact found the line that we were talking about. Love that. Love that.
I mean, that's part of the whole thing, right? I think it's easier in Jiro, obviously, because you get the scouting with the top of the deck, which means as you go into checking cards, you can see what's on top of the discard pile for quick creation. I think Aizawa though has the perk of like in the middle of your turn, if you have the weapon foundations in your hand, instead of pitching the erase, you instead pitch one of the weapon foundations to stack the top card of your discard pile, and then just gain another erase, right?
And as opposed to being like an aggro flow character of Jiro, I mean, Aizawa's got like hella disruption. Like, this is the disruption that we're looking for. Like.
I don't know if you respond to races at this point, right? You know that there's no Summon Dark Shadows in the discard pile, which means you know they are drawing them.
That is fair. Hey, good point. They'll get them eventually. Right? We got. I mean, there's no way it's bottom 34 cards a deck, right?
I mean, there's already one in hand, so there are 3 and 34 cards left.
I hope we're not trying to build this in with Starlet.
No, it doesn't. No. Ping, ping, ping.
Oh, it's my attack. Oopsie. Thank you. The fact that that doesn't work on your turn is so weird. Alright.
It doesn't work on your turn because that play is nuts that you just tried to do.
In
Build
Momo,
one
in
-2 damage
Momo,
is like
it's extra nuts.
crazy.
Because Momo says selectively pick up a weapon card.
Yeah, actually crazy. Line timer, send it to me on Discord if you can.
It'll come down here. I'm gonna up my charged up and add another.
Thank you, buddy.
Card from discard pile momentum. Yeah, anyone I want.
Normally I play Momo so I can do that with my face, so I always forget like this is my turn only.
It's gonna be another zero gravity lift.
Wow, crazy.
Summon Dark Shadows were my last 12 cards. Yeah, that sounds awful.
Go Crow and Frog on a 5.
Line tamer, I'm gonna ask you to do a little bit of work, man. I'm so sorry. Do you have a Spotify link for this? I have my Spotify link to just add to the playlist there. If you can find that and send that on Discord.
I want to ask your opinion on a card because you always ask me, Tam. I know you're chatting with the chat right now, but
I'm in. What's up?
So in Tokoyami's hand, Dark Shadow Talon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that card?
Week 1, My Hero meta. That card was lit, dude. That card was
like
popping off.
Like for draft, sure, but like I'm talking constructed.
I had Mark Tyner, our reigning world champion, come in with a Tokoyami deck that was playing 4 of that card, and he just like would just pop off with Ruin and that card, and it's like wombo combo me and like pop. And
but like that's my problem, right? Is that it is a high roll card.
It certainly is, yeah.
What about right now? The fact
right
that
now?
we have 0 Summon Dark Shadows in our discard pile.
Card sucks.
How do you feel?
Card sucks. It's got deadlock pressure, right? They lose a health for each ally in their card pool. I could maybe see you playing it at a 1 of if we lived in a world where something like Plus Ultra or Go Beyond, was like more prevalent in a list. And so like you could go pick up a deadlock and like play.
Okay.
I could see it there. Or maybe like let's say that like Tokoyami 7 is like a sweet defensive character. And
he has a lot more ally foundations or something.
Yeah, and we can like play a real lame deck and then like burn my opponent for 85 as I play 4 of those in a row. Like I think the card could have stock, but like as is, nah.
So then my follow-up question is, why not the other Tokoyami attack?
I think the other big thing that this card has going for it in this deck in particular is that it's a ranged. It's a chaos ranged card. It has a low block, I guess, but I would I think I would probably trade off for Ice Storm, right? The one that gives stun 2.
No, it's
Ice Wall. Frozen Wall,
yeah.
Frozen Ice Wall, Frozen 2, the search for the new land.
Yeah, the card that has its art messed up. Yeah.
Into the Unknown, I think, is the main song from Frozen 2.
From Frozen, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fractals all around.
Fractal.
Yeah. Okay, so I understand that logic because it has rain.
Yeah.
So there's not a better attack we can play. Is that what you're telling me?
I think there are better chaos range attacks. I believe that. But I think they just value this card of like being able to wombo combo hard, which is the word's fine. It's fun.
Oh, breaker. Yeah, sorry. You're good.
Okay. I just think it's bad. And I much prefer, if you're going to play something that synergizes with the ally package, just play the Dark Shadow Slash, right?
Yeah, it's just not ranged. It's a punch.
It's a charge ally punch.
Yeah.
But if you're
super
looking
sweet
for another
relentless beatdown evil decks though. Just
yeah,
putting that out there, huh?
Yeah, for sure, because like that's the game plan, right? But like I think playing a mediocre ranged attack just because it has an extra effect of grabbing an action in the discard pile is doo-doo. Because if we're looking for ranged cards, like Indiscriminate Volt Charge is ranged, right? Or the one you said, Giant Ice Wall is ranged. That card also has Breaker 1, by the way. I don't know if you remember that.
Ice Wall? Yeah.
So it's like...
Send it 5 high for 6.
When does that matter? Float Combo has ranged.
It does have chaos, and it combos off of Ruin, but it doesn't combo off of Summon Dark Shadow, so...
Yeah. It combos off of...
Yo, this card's the best card in the game. It just killed Eraserhead. Guaranteed
Frigid?
1 out of 1 games.
Are you kidding me right now?
Dark Shadow Talon kills Eraserhead. Easy peasy.
Oh my god.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to look at the camera. If you have a problem with Eraserhead at your locals, jam Dark Shadow Talon into your deck, and you'll win every game. That's how it works. That's just, that's just how it is, Barrett. And I'm sorry that you're just living on the wrong side of history.
I can't believe that's what won. I hate that card so much, dude. I don't think it's good. We are going to game 3, though.
We are. Oh, you know why I like game 3s, Barrett?
Why is that?
Because we get to see more of the game. We get to live in this world where we play more, right? This video would have been done at 43 minutes, but now it's not. We got another 15, 20 minutes on our hands of just living in the My Hero TCG.
So here's the interesting part I would also like to keep in mind is I believe Tokoyami won that going second?
First.
Is that correct?
First.
Did it go first? Okay.
Yeah, Tokoyami had to win going first because Eraserhead won the first.
Okay. Right.
Unless Tokoyami's an absolute mad lad and decided to go
second.
Ooh,
That's right.
flex on him.
All right, we get a strong build here. Again, it's like I'm glad late Rider's a spam, so it works out. I really learned to hate that card. I just don't think it's good.
I think it's just like working with what you got, you know. It's like looking at the low
the all
blocks
symbol,
that all symbol has.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's either that or You're So Obvious, which like is just a pure defense card, and we already have like plenty of defense on our face with the -2 speed or whatever.
Those are the only 2 options. I don't think that's true. Like, but from what we've already seen from the list, like we're missing a ton of All Might cards that I think need to be in this list, right? Like, you're not. I haven't seen the All Might 0 diff with the nutty high block. Like,
it can't be fixed.
Yeah, if we're looking for spams, why aren't we playing that? Like, especially with how many high attacks are in the MHA format right now. Like, yikes.
Yeah.
Like not even just to build, right? Just to block with it. I also believe like celebrity status is playable stat-wise.
I didn't have any in hand.
And especially with how we draw cards because of things like Unwavering Slash or having the Destined for mainstream or not Destined for mainstream success, like stacking that card, like stacking a momentum on top of your deck to then draw it again is like it works.
You're so obvious. Late riser, specialist of sound, preparing for battle are our only low blocks under the all symbol.
But late riser's a 4 load. Are you gonna count that in that list?
Yeah. Because it's quote unquote a 2 low because of Eraserhead. Like it is playable in him. It's not playable in anybody else.
Okay, all right, that's fair. So yeah, if you're playing all Giro, which is a little awkward, you don't play it.
I want it.
They want it. Did you hear that?
Any responses?
No responses from me.
Alright. My next 2 weapons ignore progressive.
Yep. I'm gonna mill 5 and see if I can find a summon. I did this time.
You're so good. You're the best gamer to ever game.
The best gamer to ever game.
The best to do it.
We're drawing 2. What do we get?
We got a little bit. We got an erase. We got another move.
Assault? Is that assault, right? Is that which one that is?
Binding Cloth Assault. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I played that in my all Giro Staff Strike deck just because like it's a cool weapon that lets me try and dig a little deeper.
Yeah, it works out. Like I think I opted for. Can't remember what I played.
Alright, counting's hard. I'm tired.
Oh, I think I opted to play just more copies of Bow Staff, which is not very strong, but it's like a setup card, right? I think that's what I chose to play instead.
We're gamers.
Yeah, we do. Nice.
Gamers gaming.
All right, Unwaverings are popping off.
I think it is really interesting how T and Mage blocks, as opposed to blocking as like the first card in the card pool. He like
matches it up with what it is.
He matches you. We got a block for sure. This is what I'm blocking.
I think so, yeah. I'll build a quick create.
We'll go -1 damage from the bird.
We are at a very scary point in Eraserhead's turn because the one thing that is you are not supposed to do with that character has happened. And that is commit our character.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like a challenge, right? Like, this is game 3. Aizawa went first. You have to go for it, like, going second. You're also playing a Staff Strike deck. Like, you have to just go for it. So I don't think it's necessarily the end of the world. I think the scarier part is that Tokoyami built 6.
Yeah, one of which is stronger in darkness.
For extra damage, yeah.
And
so
yeah, it's like of all the characters you don't look at and say, well, try and kill me. It's not the bird. You don't say that to the bird. You don't say that to the bird. You don't say that to Shigaraki. Like, those are the 2 people you don't say that to as a Eraserhead.
Nomu can do it too, right? Like
yeah, Nomu can. Oh, yeah, Nomu for sure.
Build 5, turn 1 as Nomu or whatever, and then, like, draw all the Relentless Barrages or something. Like, just, yeah, like... Yeah, it can happen. So, yeah, so, like, dealing 3 damage this turn, like, you get 1 more non-prog, right? So I think you play the special... Oh, never mind.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, I'm just saying, like,
I did keep
the
the 1 high block
right?
on
earphone, yeah. Needed. But I'm saying, like, so, you know, take advantage of the ignoring progressive, right? So... Now, when you go to play Specialist of Sound after this, it's going to be on a 6, whereas if you played it before on a 5, and then the Assault's still on a 4. So, like...
That is a great point that I did not think of. It's just, like, changing the order of that operation.
Yeah,
that's
I do it all the time.
Good point. You don't get to do the combo off of in that scenario.
What's the combo do?
Discard a card, draw 2. Let's find more options.
Sure. I guess that's fair. Like, maybe fish for better blocks. But we're not blocking, right? We tapped Aizawa, so like maybe fish for better foundations to build. But like, see, now we're playing the earphone jack.
That's a crazy move. That one was that one's a little sus.
I mean, they drew another high block, so like, yeah, but like we already had the high block. we have the 2 mid blocks with Breaker.
We should have built the other Night Watch in our hand. Committed the ready foundation that we had, and then when they played their first action, or they play the enhance that says your actions don't count, you just cancel it and be like, nah, dude, play the game like the rest of us mere mortals.
It was also on a 6.
That's okay. I mean, we had the preparing for battle that was ready.
I definitely should have gotten the earphone jack. That's fine though.
This is a very dead Eraserhead though. Like just looking at.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta think. Hold on. Yeah, no, it definitely is. I mean, that's 5 orange cards in hand. We have the 1 action already. We're gonna get another one. Progressive wise, yeah, they're gonna ignore. Crow, like the 2 crow and frogs ignore.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough blocks in the game for the Aizawa deck to survive this.
Yeah.
You're committed. You can't do that. Hold on.
Oh, my character is committed. I cannot. That is very true. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the worst part, right? Is that because we're committed, like, we're dead here.
And these are even impossible to block, right? Because it can be a 5 high.
Yeah.
So 5, I guess 5, 6, 7. We can hit the partial, but we can't block with the Night Watch because the all symbol doesn't have any 6 checks.
So hear me out. Hear me out too. Here. So because I think this is lethal regardless, can we talk about like optimization of the Tokoyami line?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
do you think the crow and frog here as the first attack is the play? Like, it's the easiest thing to block.
Yes, just because like I'm down for them to put blocks in my card pool because the last moves are gonna kill them, right? I actually disagree with us playing this here. I would have just played another Crow and Frog, right? Because we play the Crow and Frog here and we just re-ready one of these cool cards, right? So like the Crow and Frogs are 4 diffs in our character.
Yeah, I think it's more like when is the opportune time to use the Summon Dark Shadows, right? And so yes, the Crow and Frogs ignore, and we ready a card. I guess the Crow and Frogs being first makes it.
My line would have been Crow and Frog,
Then the Ruin or
Shower. Play the action.
Else you're gonna do with it.
Play the action. Play Ruin. Because Ruin will then auto check because it's whatever. It's on a 6. You can't fail that. Say it doesn't count. You play the action. You play Ice Storm and then kill him.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Actions don't count towards progressive.
Yeah, that is the line that I would have done. And it's a million damage because you got +2 on everything. +2/+4 because of the action at the very end, right?
So I think the scarier part about that though is because the Crow and Frog. So my thing is the Crow and Frogs are the easiest thing to block, right? Yes, they ignore, but if you play them later, then you have a higher chance of having the targets to ready, right? Like that's because if you check hot, right, then. But I'm thinking more of like, well, what would make Crow and Frogs scary? Well, when they all have 2/2, right, or 2/3.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like the meteor shower is going to be for 5, 6, 7, 8 damage with only 1 Summon Dark Shadow in play. And then I'm down for you to put 2 cards in your card pool by accident, right? If you put 2 cards in your card pool because you were godly and you check the 2 Crow and Frogs, I've got 8 damage on a Meteor Shower, 7 damage on an Ice Storm, and 13 damage on a Ruin, right? It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, sorry, 11 damage. I mean, that's 19 easy. And with 2 cards in their card pool plus getting +2 speed on everything, there's no chance that they get the block. Actually 0.
I unmuted mom and dad and they're just